moving. The map is telling you what time you took off, what time you're supposed to land, what time it is right now. It's just keeping you abreast of, where you are, what's going on. And so where you are in the world was the most interesting thing to me. Instead of traveling directly west, we ended up traveling north. And we travel, over Canada, over the North Pole, over Alaska. And I'm like, why are we going north, to go west? What's happening here? Why did we go west and not east? And so the flight attendant said, well, and this is a business, and in all businesses, you try to do the most cost-efficient thing. The Earth turns east, so we would have to fly faster than the Earth would turn in order to make it to China in a timely manner. Let's not do that. So instead, we're going to fly and help the Earth turn in our direction so that we can fly a shorter amount of time. So we're going to fly west. Secondly, we're going to fly north to let the Earth turn as we're not really moving and spending that much time or money and fuel. And then we're going to come down again as the Earth is still turning. So, it was just all interesting. It's probably physics. I'm probably a nerd for thinking about that, but that was the most interesting thing to me about that first flight.
Definitely a nerd moment. Definitely. You actually made me feel bad because I didn't do any of that. Yeah, that's definitely a nerd moment. So, for those that are just tuning into the story, like, what was your purpose for going again? Just real quick, like, why did you make this decision? Why are you going to China?
To get international experience. I was a recent college graduate. I was a young black man, to do something that was different, that would stand out for me coming into my career, to learn a language, that was considered a hard language, and just to be able to have something that would help me in my future.
Okay, and how do we connect with you on social media so we can follow you and get more, like, know more about you? Where are all the places we can follow you on social media real quick?
You can hit me at my website, which is TyreePowell.com, TyreePowell.com. You can also find me on Instagram using my Chinese name, which is TAI period RUI. Again, that's Instagram, TAI period RUI. And if you are interested in going to China and looking for some consultation, some help, a guide, a translator, just someone to help you with your itinerary, your visa, anything involved in going to China, you can find me on Instagram at Have You Ever Been to China?
All right, I'm going to hold you real quick right there, because I do know a lot of people want to go to China. China's like one of those places, like, everybody wants to go to Africa, everybody else also wants to go to China. Now, you just said that they can reach out to you. If someone's interested in going to China, or they have a flight or a trip that's already booked to go to China, you said that they can reach out to you.
Of course.
If I'm going to China, why would I, like, what can I ask you, or what can you provide to me?
I can help you be prepared to live in China as if you were moving from, Raleigh to even Durham, because to Durham is very familiar to you. You would not have, trouble moving from Raleigh to Durham. I could help you just as much, moving from Raleigh to Shanghai, China. So anything from zero to that, I can help you with. So just to be a little more simple, I can help you book the cheapest flights. I can help you with your visa situation. I'll make sure your passport is straight. I can help you with, transportation from the airport to wherever you're staying, because for you, not speaking Chinese, that's going to be nearly impossible because taxi drivers in China don't speak English. So, unless your living situation has given you a printout of your address in Chinese before you left America, it is almost impossible that you're going to make it to your hotel.
And all right, so let's get to you getting there. All right, so you get there. Now, are you on the plane with people that you know or no? Because I know you said you did research, you was connecting with people that was either going or that was already there. Did you know anyone on the plane or no?
Going there, I had one frat brother who came. He was also going to teach with me. He stayed for one semester, and I ended up staying for both semesters and the remainder of the following summer. So he was there with me for the first, I'd say about 3 months.
And he was on the plane with you?
Yeah, he was on the plane with me. Yeah, we had the exact same experience on the plane. You know, we sat right next to each other. We had our drinks.
Nice.
We had our movies, our music, our food, our sleep, watching the map. It was, for him, just like for me, both our first time to China. So I had a little cushion, if you will, on just not having to be there completely by myself.
So what happened when you got to the airport? Did you already have somebody that you guys knew that met you there, or?
Yes. We had, his job title was called Foreign Expert. No, he was the head of the Foreign Experts Office. That's what he was. He was someone who worked at our university. He wasn't a teacher. He was just, basically our handler, our sponsor, just the person who we called for anything, being foreigners in China. So he picked us up from the airport. He took us to our apartment. Not all, but most of the teachers at the university lived in this apartment complex. Because the university provided or made it cheap for them to buy houses here. So he lived in the same apartment complex with us.
Was it a nice apartment complex?
In China standards, I would say it was middle class.
Oh, in China standards. Okay, so let's go. The city you rep is Philly. So let's use Philly. So in Philly standards, your apartment that you went to in China the first time you went, is that still middle class Philly, or is that like, oh snap, you live here? Oh shoot, it's dope.
Nah, it wouldn't get the O as dope. It would not get the O as dope. So, I had I don't know, how can I describe it? So let's stick to the answer. In Philly standard, it was not always dope. I'm living in North Philly. I got a good spot for North Philly. How about that?
Okay.
I got a great hood spot. That's what I get.
Wait, there's hoods in China? There ain't no hoods in China.
Now, I have to say yes, but don't take it in terms of drugs.
Of a Philly hood.
Don't think of drugs. Don't think of drugs. Think of just low income people. Yes, there are neighborhoods.
Yo, see, I don't think there's low. I see. I've never been to China, so it feels like just from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem like China has low income areas.
Hey man,
what is the low income area like? You said there's no drugs, but what's a low income area in China like? Like where you was at? What was some of the things that you was like, oh, this is kind of low income? People playing loud music.
No, I mean just not having running water in your house. Not having, plumbing that you or anybody in your family would feel comfortable using. in your house. Kids and even yourself as an adult walking around with just, kind of rags, as clothes. You don't really have, it's now also, this is in the middle of the city, which is very metropolitan, where there are billionaires, but yet you also have this. So think of maybe like you've been to Baltimore before, where you had the Baltimore Harbor, you got all those financial buildings, and then 3 blocks away you got the projects, which they now changed, but that's what it used to be. Very similar situation in China and probably any big city, but those things are there.
Did you have to look over your shoulder where you was living?
Not at all. Not at all. I would venture to say not anywhere in China do you have to look over your shoulder. China is a very safe country. The only thing that you need to worry about as far as crime is for somebody to steal your bike or for somebody to steal your cell phone. That's about it.
Did you get either one stolen while you were there?
No. Not at all. I did find.
What was your worst experience in China the first time you went?
Ooh, the worst. The worst experience.
It don't seem like bad stuff happened in China. I'm very interested in that.
Not to me. And I've heard other black people say that they've gotten, some derogatory comments, if you will. But
what, nigger?
No, I don't think they know enough to say that. But just not liking black people. But honestly, I didn't come across any racism at all. I came across.
But you're light skinned though.
I knew you was gonna say that, and I was gonna say that. And the people and the people who told me about these stories said that. But what I saw and heard and experienced was more of ignorance. And it wasn't ignorance in terms of, maliciousness, like them trying to be evil or bad. It was literal ignorance, like them not knowing. And so you would get questions, you would get, let me touch you, let me touch your skin, let me touch your hair, let me take a picture, different questions like, what is nigger all about? Would you be mad if I said it? All in different situations over the course of a year. So but I can't say that I have really had a negative experience. If I had to answer the question, I would say, there you go.
There we go.
Negative
Thanks.
experience. Yeah. So my girlfriend is there to visit. We're coming in late one night from a club, from a bar, coming in from downtown. So the ride in the taxi from downtown to my house, my apartment was, I'd say about 40 minutes. That's how far from downtown I live, which is why I didn't live in the, oh my God, this is a nice place, because those were downtown. So 40-minute ride, 2, 3 in the morning. Drinks, all of that included. My Chinese is pretty good at this point. So we get home. I give him the money. Bushing. And I'm trying to get out the car. It's late. I'm like, wait, did he just say Bushing? What are you talking about? Like, he went so much for Bushing, and we'll get any chance. So why did you say this is not good? I gave you my money. Give me my change. Need a chen bushing, need a chen bu hop. No, my money is good. People pay me, I gave you my money. No, look at it. I'm calling the police. Word? Calling the police? Nah, you're not calling the police. No, my house is right here. I gave you the money. Oh, you don't like that one? Give me that one back. Here's another one. I'm not giving you counterfeit money. You thought the money was counterfeit. Counterfeit money is a big problem in China. That's probably the third biggest crime after phones and bikes is counterfeit money. So he thought my money was counterfeit, or maybe he's accusing me, whatever.